In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can improve your delivery time commitments with the Visual Advanced Production Scheduler VAPS for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. The VAPS is the first finite capacity scheduling extension that fully integrates into Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, and it helps you with both a visual and yet a powerful automatic finite capacity scheduling. Here is a typical use case how the VAPS can bring operational agility to manufacturing companies working with Dynamics 365 Business Central. So let's have a look. And this is a challenge that many of you face when you're a make-to-order company and have to give firm delivery time commitment to your customers. Let's imagine the following. You already have a really full schedule for this week and the next week. And now your key customer calls and wants to order 5 items that you all need to make. So the first question obvious that your customer asks while he has you on the phone is, when can you deliver this? With the VAPS, you actually can give the answer via the customers and the phone. And then when you give the answer, the typical next question is that your customer say, well, of these 5 items, there is one item. This is extremely important to me. What could be the earliest date that you can deliver? And again, while the customer is on the phone, you can do this in the VAPS and you get an answer. So you give them the answer, but then you recognize that by squeezing in this urgent item and by accelerating this urgent item, other jobs get laid. So the third question that you as a production planner will be getting, and it is most likely your boss that asks, is, well, if we squeeze that in, which other jobs will get laid and for which clients are they? And now let's have a look at how you can answer these questions with the VAPS in less than 4 minutes. Okay, I'm in Business Central and I'm in the area of my VAPS, and let's look at my full schedule so that we see what I'm talking about. So I'm opening the visual front end of the VAPS, which shows me the production schedule in a resource Gantt chart. And I see this is my day now. This week is pretty locked with released production orders. They are shown in orange. The next week is pretty busy with almost released production orders, and then the week after also released production orders and some firm planned production orders where I'm waiting maybe for the final confirmation or for final CAD drawings or whatever before I can release them. So you see I have a pretty packed schedule. So now my customer calls and my customer asks for these 5 items with these quantities, and he wants to have this by the 10th of March 21, and today is the 28th of January 21. So you see, we don't have these items available. So while I'm having my customer on the phone, I'm creating a production order from this sales order. So I create a production order. I create it as a project order so that I have this all in one production order, and I create this as a firm plan production order. So now this new production order has been created. I can exit the sales order and I can look at the production order from Business Central. And what I do is, and this is the new production order that I just created from the sales order, what I'm doing is I'm giving this production order a specific color so that when I'm in the visual schedule, I can quickly find this. So, okay, let's make this easy, make it black. So now when I'm open this in the visual schedule, it will be shown in black. So let's go back to my scheduling bit of Business Central. I create a new simulation. And the new simulation is my new data set for new scheduling. And I say I want to look at the data from the production order view so that I see the production order by their specific colors. And you see, compared to the previous simulation, we have one new production order in there. So let's work on this. What you see is the schedule is the same, but the coloring is different. So I have my cutting, my drilling, my milling and turning machines all pretty much locked for this week, next week and the week after. And you see now the coloring change, because now I'm applying a color scheme by individual production orders rather than by production order status, and every new production order that came from the sales order that I just created is shown here in black. So the first question of my customer is, when can you deliver this? So I have to add all these production orders, all these items to the schedule, and I can do this quite efficiently by say add all, and I'm looking for all allowed machines and trying to find the earliest free spot within the given schedule. So now my scheduling bit is done, and now I need to tell the customer when I can deliver these items. So what I do is I just switch the view on one of these black items, which are from the new production order for the new sales order, and I look at them in the sales order view. So here is my sales order, and I can tell the customer, okay, we can ship item 3000 on the 22nd of February. We can ship item 3007 also on the 22nd of February. We can ship item 3008 on the 5th of March. And then the customer says, hey, wait a minute, this is an urgent item. Can you deliver this earlier? What would be the earliest time that you can deliver it? And I can have a look here from the sales order view, and I actually see that it has a quite long lead time, because the machines that I needed to produce this were busy with other production orders when I added this to the schedule. So I can look at this again in the capacity view and see how these machines were busy with other production orders. And then I can say, okay, actually I don't want to disturb everything, but maybe I want to start from here, but from here I want to reduce the cycle time. I want to reduce the time to process this through my shop as fast as I can, as high as I can. And so I say, let's schedule the successors, which means let's minimize the cycle time, and we push forward everything from this black production order. So now you see I can tell my customer, hey, actually we could deliver on the 17th of February opposed to early March. But what you also see is, while I did this change, a lot of these production orders actually got a red dot, and this means they now turned late because I accelerated this production order here. And I can also see this much clearer if I change the view color from the production order centric view to what we call the progress view, where you see late and in-time production orders on the fly. So now if my boss comes and says, actually, what impact does this have on my schedule? I could say, okay, I see now that after I accelerated this, all of these are late, and I can quickly undo the action. So to give this urgent request from my key customer a lower priority, so I can undo this and bring it back where it was before. And then I say, look, boss, if I deliver this for that customer on the 5th of March, everything will be in time. But if we accelerate this, we have to talk to a bunch of customers because their orders will turn late. And now I efficiently scheduled, I efficiently provided answers to my customer. I can give them reliable delivery time commitment, but I also see the impact that it has if I squeeze in a production order to accelerate this. And now you can imagine it took me just a couple of minutes, and I could have had this conversation with my customer on the phone and with my boss coming into my office, and it was all on the fly. And now imagine how long this would take you if you would do this on a spreadsheet, if you would do it in Excel, if you would do it on a whiteboard, or if you would do it in your head. And this is the operational agility that the Visual Advanced Production Scheduler delivers to manufacturing customers working with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central.